How to create a simple smile simulation. You can access a simple smile simulation directly in the New Case menu. Here you click Simple Smile Simulation, and you only need one picture to create that simple smile. Here we can import the picture from our gallery. And move forward with our smile simulation. The first step in the smile simulation is calibration of the picture. Here we're gonna pick the pupils and the commissures and calibrate the picture horizontally, the rotation of the picture. Then we're gonna pick the midline of the patient. For the references, we pick the incisal edges, the incisal line here horizontally, and the vertical lines are the distal of the two central incisors. For the measurement, we're going to transfer a measurement from the patient's mouth into the app. This right now it's an approximation, but you're going to do it measuring with a caliper intraorally and then transferring that measurement into the app. When we click next, we have the smile frame. The smile frame is the beginning of the smile simulation. We're gonna pick the incisal line, the gingival line, and the ratio, width to length ratio, and the length of the central incisor using the smile frame. First, I like to pick the incisal edges. If you like, we can turn off the symmetry curve and do one side at a time. Then we click on the targets and we build them up to create the same curvature of the lower lip. We want to follow the curvature of the lower lip in the incisal line. Afterwards, we then pick the gingival level and we decrease the targets. After that is set, we have our ratio. We can adjust the ratio in each side differently if we like to. For our ratio, we like to keep it between 75 and 85%. So around 75 to 85 will be an approximate good ratio to have. Afterwards, the length of the central incisor is chosen. And then we make the gingival levels straight. Once we're done with the smile frame, we move on to the Smile Donator library. This is the library of teeth that we have available for us to choose. Okay, so this is the Jan Haito teeth, and these are the Smile Donator from actual people that have donated their smiles. If we would like, we can mix and match the shapes in mixed shapes. Now in adjust shapes, we can take every tooth and adjust it. First, I would like to change the color of the teeth or the frame of the teeth, of the new teeth. So I can change it in with this button right here. Sorry. Once I have the natural shape of the teeth, I can then adjust the teeth by moving them up or down, move them side to side, and notice that as I move, the contralateral tooth also moves. To move only one tooth at a time, I unselect or I turn off the right and left button. Then I can move the tooth up or down as much as I want. That you can do with every other tooth. We can also elongate the tooth or make it wider or make it longer and wider at the same time. We can also take a tooth and rotate it. And in the advanced option, we have the option of playing with the corners of the tooth. So we play with the little yellow square that you have in the top left. We can bring it up, bring that corner up, or bring that corner down, or more towards the left and up. So we can change the angle of the tooth. And we can do that with all of the corners of the teeth. That is the advanced option. We have the option to delete a tooth if we don't want it. Let's say we want to delete it. And if we delete it and we know that we didn't want to, we can undo anything that we do. Of course, you can also reflect a tooth by clicking the reflect button. It reflects to the contralateral side. You can turn off the frame by clicking the frame button to be able to see a more clean looking smile. And you can add color to your teeth, especially to verify if there is any spacing in between the teeth. For example, between the two centrals there is a tiny little space. So we want to take it and close the space. And we visualize all of the teeth with the color. We also like for you to see the smile design with the whole face. This is a facially driven smile simulation again, so we want to see it with the face, make sure it's harmonious and it's working for her. If we want to, we can put in the premolars just slightly inside of the corridor. Okay. Once we finish with the smile simulation or with the teeth setup, we can then, let's see, let's move it a little bit up, frame. Okay. We can finalize our smile simulation. First, we have to mark the lip to make it to follow the lower border of the upper lip. Afterwards, we click on adjust color and controls, and we have adjust color, select color, gum layer, and stamp tool. So first we have the select color. We select the color of the teeth that we'd like to use. This is an approximate color, and then we can adjust the color that we selected. We adjust it by the brightness, the blurriness, the saturation, the warmth, the vibrance, the tint of the colors, and the opacity. Then we move on to the gum layer. We always turn it on with this button right here. And what I like to do is I like to turn off the teeth, or turn off the opacity of the teeth, and position my gum layer where it needs to be. When I finally have it in the right position and I turn on my teeth again, and I visualize the gum layer, making sure that is the proper color and that it matches the natural gum, or the natural color of her gingiva. Last but not least is the stamp tool. This stamp tool will be used to cover all of the teeth that are showing through the incisal edges. What do? We click on copy. There's gonna be a small circle, and the circle, we're gonna take it here. This is the circle that I'm talking about. The circle, we're gonna take it and we're gonna position it close to what we wanna match, right? So when we click paste, we're able to paste that color onto our smile simulation. We may have to do this a couple of times since the background changes as we go backwards in the mouth. But the idea is to cover as much as possible the incisal edges of the teeth that are showing through. Excellent. So now we're ready, and we finalized our simple smile simulation.